going to go ahead and open up our Radio Net for the Kiamichi Amateur Radio Club on GMRS, repeater 17. I hope you guys have had a good week. Boy, we've seen some stuff. We've had some weather. That wind has caused an enormous amount of problems. There's fires everywhere across 4 or 5 states. And a mixture of it all together, I guess, in Arizona and parts of New Mexico, there were snowstorms, several people killed in big car pileups, and then turned around and a fire came through. So we've been pretty fortunate in our area, but I know there's been a lot of fires around here too, and some people have lost a lot. So again, another important reason to have a good set of comms. Can everybody, Brock, can you give me a radio check? You hearing me just fine?
Yeah, you're loud and clear, Dale.
All right, roger that. Well, let's start down our net real quick here, and let's go through a couple. We'll get started with WRBU 372, Jason. WRKE 473, Tracy.
WRKE 473, on air.
All right, good to hear from you. Everything going all right? Anything new, different, changed over at your place?
Yeah, but nothing to talk about over the air right now. Good stuff, though.
Roger that, roger that. Well, I'm glad it's all good stuff. That's great. All right. Next on the list, WRKV 987, James. How about WRWK 973, Joe? Did you make it up on the hill? Joe said he might not be able to make it. So WRWN 612, Billy. Next on the list, WRWY 603, Al over in Clayton. Can you hear us? I wasn't able to hear him come back to us. Next on the list is WRXZ 515, Chris. WRPL 657, Brock.
Present and accounted for.
Very good, very good. Yeah, we've had some pretty good days. Brock and I did a little chatting today, testing out some radios and stuff, and we had a little bit of interference, I think, some atmospheric and some probably just due to my old antenna on my truck, but we could pretty much talk from the Clayton area back this way, even with the repeater down low, so that was pretty good. Break. Next on the list is WSAE 806. Mike, can you hear us? Next up, WSCI 834, Brand.
Yeah, WSCI 834. I'm be online, and you're loud and clear. Net sounds good tonight.
Very good. Yeah, we got you back over here loud and clear as well. Everything seems clean tonight. That's good. I like it. Next on the list, WRPJ 495, Cordell.
WRPJ 495.
I got you loud and clear, Cordell. Good to hear from you. Everything going okay over there?
Everything's going good. Nothing major happening.
Roger that. Roger that. Good to hear. I know Ted Nim's not available, but WRHS 9228, Donna, are you on the radio this evening? Next up is WSDZ 259, Josh.
Yeah, I'm here.
You sitting over there at Blue Mountain, you say?
Yeah, I'm about 2 miles south of Wilburton. I'm hearing you loud and clear up here on about 2 miles south of Wilburton.
That's awesome. Yeah, we got you back in here. A small amount of white noise in the background, but you're very audible, very clean.
Yeah, I had a little bit of wind damage to my antennas at home, so I'm working on them this afternoon and bent one of my poles and took some shingles off my house, so I had to work on that. So I decided to go mobile.
I don't blame you there. I'm sorry to hear it. You had some wind damage. I was worried. I was actually away from the house when the wind was blowing the strongest, and I was pretty worried. When I got home, everything was still intact, thank goodness. I was up around the city when it was blowing, and I'm going to tell you, it was blowing up there, and had some fires broke out in the Norman area. Had to evacuate a bunch of people. It was pretty bad. Was that trying to come in? I wasn't able to pick that up. WRUP 233. Last caller in, I was not able to get that report. All right, well, we'll move on down the list here. WSEF 631, Andy. Next on the list, WSGZ 473, Dawn.
This is WSGZ 473A. Don is not available right now. He's out of town. This is Janice.
It's very good to hear from you, Janice. I was hoping you might have the radio on. You doing okay up there?
Fine, and hear everybody loud and clear.
That's very good. Are you able to be on the inside and still hear well?
I'm sitting on my couch inside my stone cabin.
Well, that's good. That's better than having to be outside in the cold, so that's great. I'm glad the comms are working well in that direction. We can hear you loud and clear down here as well. Thank you for checking in. Any news or any extra you need to add?
No, all's going well for Don, and don't have anything else.
All right, very good. Thank you very much for joining in. We will, here in a few minutes, switch over to the ham side, but for now, let me break for a second, and then I was going to give a couple of announcements. First, I want to start by asking, is there anybody out there listening in that we did not call? If you can hear us and you want to come back in on the repeater, come in now. I didn't hear anybody else come back, but so I'm going to make a couple of quick announcements and then open it up for anybody else that might have any. I noticed on the weather spotters class deal from the National Weather Service, there's going to be a class on March 24th at Wilburton, and another one on April the 3rd down in Idabel. That's the two around us that I've seen so far. I was going to encourage anybody that thought they could go to those to consider it. And it's free. You just mainly got to get transportation to and from.
Dale, do you know where the location is for that one over in Wilburton? WRPL 657.
You know, I do not. The one down in Idabel was going to be at the Votech. I'm not sure about the one in Wilburton. I'll have to look that up, but I'll try to get back to you with the location on that.
Yeah, okay. I think the last time they had it there at this, it was connected with the high school somewhere or another, either the cafeteria or one of the meeting rooms. I'm just not sure. It's been a while since I've been over there.
59 got a comment on that?
Yeah, come on in.
Yeah, Brock, that generally the storm spotting class is at the high school, at the commons area. It'll be on the back side towards the football field.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that jogs a memory now. Yeah, it's been 2 or 3 years since I was at one over there. Yeah, thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Normally a good class. I've been to it 2, 3 times, 4 times, and then I took some classes up there at the National Weather Service in Norman, some radar classes, and this class down here kind of is one and the same. So it's a pretty good class.
Okay, well, I'll probably try to make that one over there. Idabel's a little far away from me driving back at night. Too many deer out on the highway.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to make the one in Wilberton. And the emergency management, I'll try to make sure that they're still, they've canceled the class 2 or 3 times. I'll just make sure that it's still going to go on and going to happen.
Sounds good. Thank you for that. WRPL 657 back to net control.
KARC 473. If you would, go ahead and post that on the Facebook page also.
I'll double check the times and get those out. Try to get that back to you. And I mean, if you guys, one of you guys want to post that on the Facebook, that would be a great idea, just as a reminder for everybody. Well, the only other thing I wanted to remind y'all of is we will have another meeting in April, and then we got our work weekend lined up to go up on the mountain and work on our repeater tower. I'm excited about that. I think we'll get a lot of stuff done, and everything's looking good so far. Other than that, I don't have anything else of real value that I needed to talk about. Anybody else got anything they wanted to say or talk about?
This is WRK 473. Yeah, I was just going to add a little bit to the bad weather. My stepson lives out in Stillwater, and I think they lost 30 structures out there, and they had some mass evacuations at one point because of a wildfire.
Yeah, roger that. The wildfires were sparked up all over. They evacuated a portion of Normand out by Woodward. There's a little town of Leedy that they had to evacuate the entire town. By Ponca City and Pawhuska, they had to do some evacuation, lost some buildings. You know, we had a decent fire down here on Post Oak south of town, and a big fire out here by not too far out from where we meet out here at Falfa. So I mean, the winds can really get the fires going. And again, another good reason to have a good set of comms, and I encourage everybody to keep their radios with them and keep them turned on. Even if you don't talk on them, I prefer you do talk on them, but keep them on and keep them handy, because you never know.
Yeah, I went on air right before it happened and did a couple radio checks, but didn't get anybody back. Were you on, Dale, or did I just not get out?
Now, I was actually out of town this weekend. I wasn't around, but most of the time, if I'm not at work, I will have my radio on, carrying it around, trying to anyway. I mean, I know we can't have them everywhere, but if you can, have them on and use them as much as you can. Yeah, unfortunately, Tracy, I was out of town this weekend. I just got back a little while ago.
Okay. Well, we had a pretty good learning experience. We were without power till about 7 o'clock Saturday morning after that fire that went over in Falfa was sparked by a down power pole and took all the power out. But we had a tree come down on our line, and the lineman, if he'd have walked a little just over a hill from Buffalo Valley side, he would have found it. But instead, he come over here in the middle of Potato Hills and walked all the way back over to Buffalo Valley to find it.
Well, he got his exercise in on that deal, I guarantee you.
He did. I didn't realize this, though, but they don't have any kind of communications once they're relying on cell phone, too. So I told him, I gave him one of my handheld radios, so, if he got up there and twisted an ankle on this side of the hill, at least he could get a hold of somebody.
Well, that's a great example of being able to have some comms. It surprises me them boys don't have any at all. But like you said, if he'd got up there and got hurt, what was he going to do? I mean, phone service, especially acutely when you're at the bottom of them hills and stuff, does not work.
negative, and I don't know how long it would have been before they would have missed him and started looking for him either.
Well, I agree. Well, that's a good story, and it just plays into what we were talking about anyway. We need to carry our radios with us and have them available. You know, charge them up in the evenings and keep them with you, and have them available when you're out and about, even in your car. It's just a good idea. The other thing I was going to say was I'm pretty pleased with my experiment so far. This repeater's been running off of a single boat battery and a couple of solar panels for almost 3 weeks.
We'll probably give it a pretty good run tonight.
Yeah, roger that. I mean, it's important to, give it a testing and things like that. Mathematically, it should run, we should be able to talk on it for 4, 5, 6 hours straight and not pull the battery down too low. So I'm going to look at it when we're done talking and just see how it's doing, but I'm pretty pleased. That's a good, it's a good indicator of what kind of backup we'll have up on the mountain. All right, guys. Well, looks like we had about 6, 7 counting myself, I think, checking in on the GMRS. So that's pretty good. Not bad at all. You guys want to switch over to? Y'all want to try a simplex on GMRS, or you want to switch over to 2-meter ham simplex? You were broken up there. I didn't catch all that. Try again.
Confirm. I just got done talking to Latimer County Emergency Management. They said that the sky warning in Wilmington is good for March 24th.
Just to repeat, you're broken up, but you did say it is on for March 24th. Still scheduled for March 24th.
Yes, 10-4. Still good for the 24th.
All right, roger that. I copied that time. Still good for the 24th at Wilburton for the Skywarn weather forecast, storm watch class. All right, guys. Well, let's switch over to the 2-meter side and run 146 460 for a minute simplex and see how we do.
KI5 ZTE 146 460. I'm going to go ahead and open up the Kiamichi Amateur Radio Club Net real quick. We'll go down the list real fast. Somebody give me a radio check.
Loud and clear, Dale. KE5COS.
All right, very good. Everybody's trying to get their radio switched over. It's KI5 ZTE. I'll go down and call out a couple of names right quick. Let's see. Obviously, Brock, I heard you. KE5COS, you got a good copy on me?
Yeah, no problem at all.
That's so strong it's bleeding over on my little bowfang there. I had to turn the radio off. So trying to get all my stuff figured out here. N5 MHQ, Mike, are you on the simplex 2-meter? KJ5 IFL, Josh, can you hear us on simplex? Yeah, same here. We got you loud and clear, coming in real strong.
KI5, this is KI5 QWI.
KI5 QWI, this is KI5 ZT. I have you loud and clear. Got your radio frequency put in there, and sounds good though. It's coming in real clean.
Yeah, I got on my handheld. I've been trying to program my base station, and I'm still having issues with it.
Well, you're coming in real clean to be on the handheld unit.
I had that one cut the external antenna put up on the house.
Okay, roger that. Josh, can you hear him over there off of that handheld? Well, that's pretty good, see, for a handheld unit with an external antenna. A handheld unit with an external antenna still making the trip over there towards
KJ5 IHM. Andy, can you hear us over there? How about K1TLC? Tom, you got your radio on this evening? K5KLQ over in Broken Bow. Jeffrey, can you hear us? Yeah, I'd spoken to Jeffrey earlier in the week. He said he might be busy tonight, but if he wasn't, he was going to turn his radio on to see if we could simplex down to him down there in the Broken Bow area. All right, this is KI5ZTE for ID. Anybody out there listening that did not call your call sign or number, would you like to come in and be, we could write your number down? All right, guys, well, I guess we can wrap it up on 2 meter. It seems to be coming in really nice and clean. I can hear all you guys real good, no static at all. I can hear Josh over there from Wilburton even a little bit better than I could on the UHF side even.
K5COS.
Go ahead, COS, come in.
I couldn't hear Josh, Andy, or anybody on there. I'm beginning to wonder if I don't have the squelch set too high inside this radio. I'm going to have to get into the software program and take a look at that and see, because I was getting zero.
Andy did not come back to us, but Josh did. Josh, holler at K5COS and see if he can hear you.
I can tell he's in there. I can't hear any audio, but it's got broken up signal at full meter every once in a while, but I can't hear any audio. There may be a problem with the radio or something. I'm not sure.
K5CSO.
Yeah, go ahead. This is K5CSO. Yeah, COS.
CWI. For the first time, Brock, I've got you loud and clear.
Okay, well, I've got you loud and clear now. If that was you talking just a few minutes ago, I just wasn't picking you up at all.
No, you're not picking Josh up, but he is coming through pretty loud and strong. On my side, I can hear him, and he can hear you, but you're not hearing him.
Well, I don't know what to say. Don't know whether it be the antenna or the radio.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, Tracy can hear you, and you can hear Tracy, of course, and Josh can hear you, and he can hear Tracy even talking on his handheld up there, but you're not hearing Josh back, but he's coming in pretty strong over here on my radio.
Okay, I may have that other antenna still set up too close, and that may be interfering with things. No, it's been moved, so I'm not sure what's going on, Dale.
Well, we'll just continue to play with it. Obviously, you're receiving signals, but what you're receiving is pretty close to us. So I don't know, like you said, if your squelch is up a bit high or if your reception sensitivity needs some adjustment. Or I don't know. It just seems weird. If you're coming off of if we're coming off of your Yagi, I don't know. Only thing I can think of is if it's just turned in the wrong direction.
Well, I'm swinging it around over there toward him now. I'm still on the vertical, and as soon as I get over there, I'll flip over on the Yagi, and we'll check and see that way. Should be on him now. Clicking back over to the Yagi. I can hear absolutely nothing if Josh is coming in. This is K5COS. Josh, are you hearing me? Dale, I'm not picking up the thing here.
Okay, he could hear you. He could hear you talking to him just now, and he answered you back strong. Like, I got him at 9+ over here. Something's not coming in on that. I don't know. Something's not picking up on that radio, it doesn't seem like.
Yeah, there's something wrong here. I'm not sure. Let me switch sides. I can't switch the sides. It wants to stay on the UHF band.
Okay. Okay, so was you're trying to change radios or just change frequencies?
No, it's got two banks, left bank, right bank, and I just flipped it over to the right bank and went to VFO mode and tried to punch in the frequency, and it won't let me do it because it's staying on the UHF frequency. It's not letting me put in the VHF frequency on that side.
Okay, roger that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if that one has to be switched and tell it to take that, or if it's got a UHF side, VHF side.
Yeah, it may be something in the software. I'll get into it tomorrow, hook it back up to the computer and go in there and look and see what's going on, and reset the squelch, lower it down. But if you're hearing him that loud, I should be able to hear something.
Yeah, I agree. Because I've got him real clear, real plain, real clear, and Tracy could hear him as well.
Yeah, okay. Well, I won't tie it up. I'll back out here and listen. K5COS.
Y'all doubled, Josh. Go again. Yeah, something's weird. He can't hear you at all, and I can hear you strong. I've got, 5.9 plus over here on your signal, and he can't hear you. Tracy can hear you, though, and something's on the receive side of his radio's acting up, I think. Well, they do. They have too much. They have too many switches and too many settings. So yeah, I'm certain it is. It's some little something simple, but we'll have to get it worked out. But I know he can get short range because we can talk, to one another just fine. But he's not hearing you, so we're going to have to work on that just a little bit. But break. So to follow up on the repeater, I just checked the battery over there, and the battery's still holding full charge. It didn't even pull it down at all with what we did this evening. So that's pretty good. That's pretty interesting information. I'm pleased about that. So we get that thing set up on the hill and get some solar backup. I think we'll have plenty of days, even if we were out of power, that we could still maintain comms. So that's good news. All right, guys, let's. I guess we'll go ahead and call it. So we've got 4 or 5 guys on the ham side as well tonight. So that's always good. I appreciate you guys coming out and trying your radios. Keep them with you. Keep them turned on. Use them as much as we can, just for practice and to make certain they're working. Yeah, go ahead.
You're the only one I'm hearing now. I don't know if you brought switch over to the yard.
Yeah, affirmative. He changed the antennas.
Yeah, you're the only one I'm hearing now. Nobody else is even breaking 12.
Well, at the moment it's just me, but yeah, Josh was talking there for a minute, and then Brock was before that. So if you're not hearing him, then he's changed the antennas back to the. He was trying the Yagi out to see if he could get it up towards Wilburton, but it didn't seem to change anything. So we're going to have to work on that. I think it's a receive thing, but who knows? He was hearing you earlier and me, so it's got to be something simple. It's just, I don't know exactly what it is right off the top of my head. All right, fellas, nobody else has anything to add. You guys get home safe. Josh, get home safe, and thank you for coming up on the hill to talk to us. You got a good, clear signal from there to here. Sounds good. Appreciate it. KI5CTE for ID. All right, fellas. I'm going to go ahead and call off we'll just close up the net, and I appreciate you guys for coming out this evening.